welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. It's time to talk sport again. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. A lot of matches that was played in Europe yesterday, talking about the EPL, La Liga and all that. Now we go straight to talk about the English Premier League, where two matches was actually played. Quickly, we give you the result as it went down between Newcastle and Norwich City. It was a 1-0 draw there, and Leeds United also defeated Crystal Palace to win their own match. They are a good one for Leeds United, who were able to get the 3 points. And from there, we go straight to talk about the Copa Dey in Spain. Talking about the Copa Dey result now. Talking all the matches that took place there. Laguna, they lost by 7-0 to Granada. Alaves against Unami 3-0. Victoria CF against Villarreal was 8-0. Samuel Chukwueze was unsung there. And you have Racing Rioja against Cartagena. It ended in favor of Cartagena. And from there, we move straight to talk about the result in the Italia Serie A. Juventus was able to win their own game in Italia Serie A as it went down 2-0 in favor of Juventus against Salernitana. Hellas Verona, it was a draw, 0-0 against Cagliari. I have Fiorentina against Sampdoria 3-1. Atalanta against Venezia 4-0, where Pasalic was able to register a very good result for Atalanta there. Good one there. Talking about all the results we just brought to you in this Copa del Rey, Serie A, and also EPL. Now we'll be unveiling our guests, talking about all the sports that we'll be having this particular hour. We have a guest in the house. His name is Coach Anthony Asuku. Good to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, my brother. And how is everything going?
Well, it's going fine. We'll be talking about Coach Asuku, talking about gymnastics. Our focus will be on gymnastics. This is a sport that a lot of Nigerians see as very foreign, but really is getting so much popularity. It's getting so much momentum in Nigeria. And now Coach Anthony Asuku is here to talk about gymnastics. Gymnastics sport is formerly we see it on TV, now is with us and it's been a big one. Tell us about this sport.
Okay, gymnastics is a sport that helps build up children between the ages of 2.5 to 18. And then we have different arms of gymnastics. We have aerobic gymnastics, we have artistic gymnastics, we have acrobatic gymnastics, we have tumbling gymnastics, and then we have the GMT. Okay, and in all of the gymnastics event, we have over 40 gold medals in gymnastics alone in every major championships.
40 gold medals?
Yes, 40 gold medals. Unlike football that had just one medal in all of the competition. But in gymnastics, you have over 40 gold medals because you have it in different categories, arms of gymnastics. And then gymnastics, you said something that you will see this on TV all the time, mostly at the Olympics. If you see, it's like one of the #1 sports at the Olympics game. And but I must tell you that in Nigeria, you have different states, so many states that does gymnastics, but we don't know what they're doing. And like when you look at, go to the east, where you see the Atilogo dancers, you see the Atilogo dancers doing the somersaulting, carrying themselves, each other, do the pyramid and stuff, and then the somersault all the way from up there down. And then you just be, having it in your mind that what are these people doing? And we just tagged it as alongside our traditional dance. But come to look at it, not just in the east. Go to the west. You see them, they do all of the bata dance, and you see the according to what we call the egugu, start somersaulting, the masquerade start, somersaulting, turning around. That's aerobic gymnastics. So when the masquerade are turning and then going left and right, so that's aerobic gymnastics. And you go to the Edo State, and then you see the masquerade over there also you see them, they do all the somersaulting. And if you go to the riverine areas in Nigeria, and then you see some little children putting tires or putting stone by the sandy area or muddy area or the grass areas, and then they start flipping. They call it, some call it like big balls, some like I don't know what they call it, but I know the professional.
And all that.
Yes, they do all the back flipping and stuff like that there. And but projecting it to become a sport or a sport that can fetch Nigerian medals is what we should look at. So I was in Singapore for my coaching course. I think that was in 2007, 2006, 2007. And I saw what the Chinese children are doing in Singapore. And then I was thrilled about it. And I was like, we can do this in Nigeria. And before I got to know that, yes, we've gotten a federation that has been running since 1975.
That's Gymnastics Federation.
Gymnastics Federation has been on since 1975. I started gymnastics in 1989. So, and I looked at it that there is nobody going forward and nobody's going backward. What's happening?
It's just there.
We're just there. Like, if from 1975 some people have been governing the sport, and nothing is happening. So I looked at it that, we cannot do it this way. Then I said, okay, I asked a question in Singapore. So what can we do in Nigeria to make a difference and then to channel our energy to all of these street boys and girls and them that does dancing? Because you see them, they dance, they flip, they do all of those stuff. They've got energy. So let them channel this same energy into gymnastics and represent the country, and they're going to win. So that was how I came about it. And then not just bringing it down to Nigeria, I had to go to South Africa, then in the University of Pretoria where I studied. I studied sports science there because I was advised by a coach, is it Torley, then, that if you want to do this, you must get to know about the slightly movable joints of the body, which I learned. I went there, I studied in South Africa for 4 years, and sports science, and then also sport business. Because I was in the High Performance Center, I work at Talk Sports in the University of Pretoria, and then I saw everything they were doing. So, and then I came back to Nigeria, and I was like, I'm going to do this.
We can't do this.
Then I got my team. So many of them were in gymnastics. Many of them, like all of them, were in gymnastics, because the gymnastics guys then, they were only looking at the National Sport Festival, and that was all, because they can wait, be patient and wait for 2 years before they go for just one competition.
No other
competitions. The only one then was Chimaroke Namani Open Gymnastics Championship in Enugu, and that would do that like once in 4 years.
So it means the gymnasts will just be there waiting.
They would just be there training, and then imagine somebody that was 12. Before she goes to her next competition, 16. She will be like 16. She's already matured, and the bone is getting weaker. And then there is no, psychologically, you're not working out, and your body alignment is not like firm. So, and then giving that child like that 4 years to go for another championship, where other countries go for competition like 3 months, three months. 3 months. Oh yeah, some in a row, in a month they can go for like 4 or 5 competitions. So that was how we formed the team, and then it became TIG Gymnastics Club, and then we started moving. That was how we discovered Uche Eke, that represented Nigeria, the first Nigeria to be represented at the Olympic in gymnastics since 1975. So I kept on, and my team also, we pushed, and we were organizing competition every year, twice in a year. And this is the 11th edition now that is coming up on Saturday.
That's a good one. Now, let me cut in here. Looking at gymnastics, you just brought some historical parts of it, how it's all started and all that. Now, what's the proper age for a child to start as a gymnast?
A proper age is from 2.5, 3.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, 3. And because if the child is good at gymnastics, the child can swim. The child should be able to play football like the children you're looking at now. Now, this girl you're looking at now, you can see her flexibility stage. Her name is Esther. And then she's 5. She went to Lagos, and she got a gold medal, that girl you saw. And then look at other kids. And then from different countries, we teach them here in Abuja. And you see now they are beginning to showcase their talent. You can't just take this out of, these are not Nigerian kids. These are Nigerian children. So it is just us to make sure we fix things right. And then we work on it if we get to know the right ways to do things. And know that when they give you money to empower children or to get things done, you just go squander it. And then look at, I think that's the ordinary Ahmed there, the popular ordinary Ahmed Issa that received the children when we went to South Africa. I think in that one we got about 4 gold and then 6 silvers and 2 bronze. I think that was the first time that we went to South Africa. So he received the children. And ever since then, nothing has happened though. But we're still pushing, but still trying to see how we can get more of from this, go to the vulnerable areas.
That's the question I want to ask, because this is centered in Abuja.
Yeah.
What are you doing to see how gymnastics can spread in Nigeria to other places? Because I know in Abuja is more pronounced. What about other places?
And when I came into Abuja like 10 years ago, and I think there was nothing happening about gymnastics. So we're able to start pushing, going to schools, teaching schools, and then we'll go to the orphanages, homes, and then to IDP camps. We get some of the kids to come to the stadium, and we were able to pay the transportation, at times feed them. Like we went to the School of the Blind, where we got some children, and then they still come to the stadium.
Wait a minute. You mean the blind also can do this sport?
Yeah, you just direct them.
Wow.
Yeah, there is nobody that is
limited.
That is limited to do things. It's just for us to put in our own.
So I'm just imagining how because gymnastics seems to be kind of a movement and all that. How would they understand?
Yeah, psychologically.
When they are running to backflip.
Do you know what you call imagery? Yeah, once you have that imagery, you see things from the inside and not from the outside. Yes, this is like our physical eyes. The imagery, you just imagine what you want to do. That's why you see the Chinese at times, they want to do something, they have to blindfold them. And then they start acting. Or if it is the martial arts, you see them start doing that. So we'll talk to them, we'll communicate with them.
With the blind gymnasts.
Yeah, even the deaf, even the some handicapped and some special children, like this syndrome. There's guys, we work with them, and also let's not just focus our attention about all of that, but we do that. And like we've been to a Fulani quarters, Agwan Fulani. We got some children, we trained them. We worked with UNESCO and UNICEF. We're able to discover talent. We did the end violence against women and girls, and then we're able to push all of those girls, because children are really into substances right now, which is bad. But how do you stop that? Is to use like sport as a tool to engage them. Yeah. Because when you come to the gym in the morning and you're going back probably at 5 and you get tired, and then you don't want to stress yourself again, you just go to bed and sleep. And then the next day you know that you're engaged to do some other things. And some of the coaches that we got, by the grace of God, traveled to Saudi Arabia. They employ them, and then they're getting good salaries, and their families are happy. As a gymnast coach. And by the grace of God, we're trying our best. And then we don't just say, okay, for the vulnerables alone. We go to like international schools. We work with international schools. So we'll train children from the schools, and then we'll give them different levels. They go from one level to the other in a stepped way. Yeah, this is what we do. And then we've been able to get more. Like we're having over 500 kids coming now.
Right now?
Yeah, for the program.
Wow. Okay.
Should I tell you my challenge for this competition? Water.
Water that they will drink?
Yes.
Seriously? Okay.
No, it will sound funny, but water. Do you know why? Because children, they run around. You see them running around. They want to do their competition, and so they still do. We got them basic. Yeah. So, but we get them snack. But water is the most important. Yeah. As a because you see them coming, they want to drink water. You see them coming. So at the time we can get like 100 packs of water, and there you go look at it. Then it's finished. Because yes, the energy, and then they're running. They do a whole lot. So We don't want money though. We don't we don't hardly talk about money. So we just try to make impact from our own side. So the schools we work with is where we actually get what we get.
Now, continue there. I asked you a question. What can we do to spread gymnastics in Nigeria? Yeah, I know awareness is key, just like we are talking now, trying to see how we can promote this sport in Nigeria, because a lot of kids out there who are into substances at least can stop. One. Two, they can see this particular sport as another means for them to get employed. So what can we do to make this sport more popular in Nigeria? Because it can spread to other places.
Yeah, what we can do is get coaches to train other coaches in other states.
Okay.
Like you do a program that's a program to teach like their PE teachers or their teachers or the village, the village heads. Different villages can send 1 or 2 persons to come and learn, and then bring like 5 children.
To be going that way.
Yes, like that. So we're gonna train the coaches. We're gonna train them from the villagers. The people that they will send to us, will train them to become a coach, like train the trainers. So they become a coach. We'll train them from level 1 to 3 only. And then we'll give them the basic rules and provide them with like a mat, like an equipment, a small mat and a small trampoline. It's not much. And then they will start training the children. So at the end of 3 months, we'll go back there. We'll do an assessment on velocity, on flexibility, on coordination, balancing, and then the elements.
Those are the 5...
yes. Okay. So we'll start with balancing and then velocity. If you're very good at running, if you accelerate fast, I wouldn't just keep you in gymnastics, but I still take you to the national stadium and introduce you to an athletics coach. I do that.
Because you have discovered the pace of that gymnast.
Yeah. There are so many Uche Akes and so many Blessing or Kagbaris out there, but because we no more do like the talent hunt, schools hardly do inter-house sports, and most schools doesn't have space. But I know government schools, there's always the space. Yes. So, but now you hardly find PE teachers in government schools. So, but before, any school you enter, you find a PE teacher. They run around. They do jumpology. You see them running. You see them do high jump. You see them do long jumps and everything. Even when the teacher is not around, you see children just go on their own. But right now, what is happening is phone. See children going to school with phone, with gadgets. What are they going to do? So they are no more physically fit the way it used to be before. So their attention is when they finish, they go on, they get a phone. You see somebody that lives in one room, and then the mother, they cannot afford 3 square meals in a day using iPhone 12, and they can't afford to pay an house rent. So you can see it is the foundation. So if you build the foundation well, and then you're able to project it to the children, they know that, yes, it is not about the gadget phone, it is not about the money you're making, but it is about legacy and not currency. So you leave a legacy so that your name should be known, and then people can follow up. Like what we do now in our gym is, when you come and want to give us money, we say, okay, let's use it to buy mats. Let's get equipment. Because this equipment can last 10 years.
At least.
Yes.
A lot of athletes will come and
yes, and then benefit from it. And then the money you're going to give to us, well, I ended up spending that money. And we can't give account for it. We'll just be, it's like this, it's like that. So those are the things we can do to grow sports in other areas. And then going to this community, if they want to do competition in that community, we can get all of the mats from all of these communities to assemble it in one community, spread the mat out, invite the village heads and every other persons. Then you can call the grassroots sports directors. They come, they look at how the children are going to do this one after the other. From there, take them to the sport councils. Okay. From the sport councils, they get to national. They're representing Nigeria.
Now let's look at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Nigeria right now, Uche was able to at least make name there going for the Olympics. But right now, do we have prospects good enough for the next Olympics?
Yes, we do, and that's where Stephanie Onusoroka comes in. That was the 8-year-old girl that got South Africa, that got a gold medal in South Africa, and then right now she got 4 medals in at the National Sport Festival in Edo State. And she has broken so many records, like doing what Nigerian gymnastics has never, what the skill that they've never done. Before. She's already doing the Olympic standard element and skills. So, and she's only 11.
So there's still at least Olympic now, let's say in the next 3 years.
Yeah. And before the Olympic, you have the All African Games, you have the Commonwealth Games. So, to me, the sport ministry or the sport ministers or any other sport loving Nigerian should look at what this girl is doing right now and channel the attention to her. Give her the best. If you don't want her to go for training tour, leave her. Get us the equipment. We're going to train her here. Of course, we started training her here. So for her to get to this level, even Ocheke, I trained him in South Africa when he was in level 10. So, yeah, we'll train our own gymnasts and then we'll get them to the top. If they can do it in China,
it can be done,
if they can do it in the US, they use their own coaches. So why can't we do it here?
So that means for like Stephanie now and others, we have prospects for the Olympics.
Of course, yes, sure we do. Yes, very sure we do. And we have so many Stephanies out there. Like, if been given the opportunities, because so many people don't even know that the stadium, the national stadium exists, like the Moshood Abiola Stadium. So many people doesn't know the land and what is inside the stadium because it is not being projected to them. They don't know that, oh, I can go here and train for free. I can go to Area 10 and train for free. So it is their right. So at times when some Nigerians are saying, oh, the government is not providing anything, check. And it is because the government is not giving enough information to these grassroots people. So that's why they think, oh, it is only when money is flying, that's when the government is working.
Well, those things are actually there.
Yeah, those things are actually there. For example, you can go, if a child is good at quenching fire, go to this, they have an academy. In the military, they have an academy. In the police, they have an academy. So all of these things works, but it's not being projected to the people.
So in a nutshell now, we need awareness is the key. Just like the way we're talking gymnasts now.
Exactly.
A lot of people today will have been, oh, football, what happened in chess, what happened in this, what happened in that. But right now, we're giving credit, at least the opportunity to talk about gymnastics.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a gymnast. Her name is Lara. She was with me for some time, and then she left to the UK. And then she was playing football here too, doing gymnastics. And then she moved to the UK. She started playing there. They moved her to Everton junior team. From Everton junior team, she kept on moving, and then she moved to Tottenham. And then just today, she plays for Arsenal under 12. And then give her another 4 years, you start seeing her on the big screen. So look at the projection. If she had been in Nigeria,
maybe
nothing would have happened. So who are these people that are supposed to push for us? Because when I was in South Africa, I remember we push a lot. Even in the school, we do like 30% of creativity and then socials. And then another 20% of like how to go about other things in life.
I just have to stop you there. Our
And
time
then-
is up, Coach C.
Okay,
We just have
thank
to
you.
give you another time to talk about gymnastics. This is a sport that Nigerians just have to take very seriously. Parents out there, guidance out there, your world, your children, let them register for gymnastics. They can't be a breadwinner of your family. Good to have you in the studio once again, Coach C. So I apologize for the time.
Thanks for having me. No problem, but I
Okay.
think it's just good because creativity ignores bad thinking. Once you are creative, you don't think about something bad because you have things ahead of you.
Good one there. Well, that will be the size on 360 Sports this hour. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is business.